Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we have a quick, simple professional development slide training course for you guys. If you find value in this type of content, press like, leave a comment down below saying thank you, and subscribe only if you want to be part of this channel's journey. You know, when you're starting a channel, it's pretty rough around the edges in the beginning, and little by little, the content creator starts finding a flow. But it all happens due to the feedback they get from the subscribers and the content watchers. So only subscribe if you want to be part of this journey. So let's get into this. What are the soft skills needed for a security guard 50K? Professional development for advancing security guards. Who is this lesson for? This video was created for the entry and new intermediate level security guard who has been working less than 2 years and wishes to quickly progress their professional growth. So it's pretty much you guys that want to get that promotion, that good time slot, that good job that you like within the company or post you're at, and you want to get up the ladder as soon as possible, but you don't have the type of mentorship you need so you can learn these things quickly. You know, there is a learning curve to things, and the whole point of this slide is trying to get you to cut that in half so you can reach your goals faster. What's in it for me? A very, very important question to ask yourself as a professional security guard. As always, my career development lessons are to assist guards reach a higher income level with more opportunities. By studying this short course and applying these lessons, you will better understand your role in influencing others' safety. You have powers behind your words and your actions as a security guard, and you need to learn how to get to people to understand what is their role as well in upkeeping the safety of everybody, not just themselves. References for this slide: the following list of meanings comes from one of our current leading job search engines, Indeed.com and Google. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. Hopefully in the future. I'm saying this so you guys understand I didn't come up with these terms, and I'm not coming up with my own meanings. I might interpret it differently. I might paraphrase a little bit just so it could sound more organic. But this doesn't come from me. This comes from more higher developed professionals that pretty much talk about these things on a day-to-day basis. What is a soft skill? Soft skills are abilities to relate to how you work and how you interact with other people. Popular soft skills include communication, teamwork, and other interpersonal skills. It's how you do the job when it comes to communicating. These are really hard skills to develop, but these are skills you can develop if you practice and you understand the concepts behind them. Interpersonal communication skills. Just to be clear, interpersonal or communication skill is the process of face-to-face exchange of thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions between two or more people. This includes both verbal and nonverbal elements of personal interaction. Employers look for these soft skills in candidates because these skills are hard to teach and are important for long-term success. Soft skills are different from hard skills, which are technical and more job specific. So a hard skill is pretty much me being able to repair the wall behind me if there's a bunch of holes and I need to replace the sheetrock and all that stuff. A soft skill will be the ability for me to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and let the salesperson know what's my project, what's my budget, how I'm planning on doing it, and they'll be able to guide me to the lanes. They'll be able to let me know which are the best deals for products and what can these products do for the project. That's the communication part of it, the exchange of thoughts. These are just 12 listings of soft skills that come from Indeed.com. In the next slide, part 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down in half and give security guard meanings behind them. So let's break this down. Let's go into it. Integrity, dependability, effective communication, open-mindedness, teamwork, creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, adaptability, organizational skills, willingness to learn, and empathy. All right, this is the part 2 of the slide. What are the top 6 soft skills for security guards 50K? Professional development for advancing security guards, part 2. Integrity, adherence to moral and ethical principles, soundness of moral character, honesty. If you find $1,000 and no one knows, is it okay to keep it? The following is a quote from one of my favorite ex-felon / comedians. Joey Coco Diaz says, character is what you have when no one is watching. And you're gonna be put in a lot of situations where you're gonna deal with money. You're gonna be put in a lot of situations where it is your ethics that will determine the outcome of big things. And you have to make sure that you're pretty much honest, that you're doing your job in a way with ethical practices, so that no harm could come to you, to other people, and there's no loss of property. Effective communication. Your ideas and concepts are being heard and people are reacting upon them. It also means you have the ability to listen, understand, and take action on what other people say. It's very important as a guard you learn to listen so you can receive the information needed, so you know how to act upon the problems that you're facing as a guard. I like the old school term of you can listen twice as much as you can speak, because God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. And it's a little old school, a little cringy, but I think it's still useful, especially for this slide. So now let me give you the security guard example for effective communication. What do you do if you have to trespass a guest or unwanted person in your post that is showing high emotion and wishes not to leave? Just so we clear, trespassing is pretty much when somebody's in a property and they're no longer allowed to be there, or they weren't allowed to be there from the beginning. It could be an ex-employee. It could be somebody that just got fired, somebody who came at 8:10 and the area closed at 8 o'clock. And you have to ask them to leave, but they think their issue is so complex. The day has been so harsh that they don't want to leave, and now they're starting an argument with you or with the management team. What do you do? As a guard, you need to verbalize the actions needed to be taken by individuals so they may willingly participate. Overall, be convincing. Creativity, the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like, and to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, pretty much in your imagination. What do you do if, while patrolling a hospital, you notice the floor is wet and there's no yellow sign? Do you A, call maintenance, B, make a sign, C, wait until it dries, or D, all of the above? In a perfect world, you wouldn't have to do anything. In a perfect world, you'll have the time to do all of this as well. But depending on your situation, if you have to scan, your cell phone on a digital reader during patrol, this might be hard. So it's up to you to be creative and figure out the right solution for this problem. Sometimes calling management, letting them know like, hey, I'm patrolling, but there's a little situation. Can I stay here for 2 or 3 minutes while this dries up? Sometimes it's making a sign, seeing if there's tape and paper available. Sometimes it's just standing there, waiting until it dries, or waiting just for maintenance to show up with a dry mop. Critical thinking is the intellectual discipline process of actively and successfully evaluating situations. You have to be able to organize your thoughts, feelings, so you can problem solve. With guard, you will need to problem solve issues and be able to answer the following one-worded questions. This is what pretty much detectives and old school journalists would answer, so that they can get the idea and the meaning across of what they're trying to let the public know. Who, what, where, when, why, and how are the questions you need in order to practice critical thinking and problem solve and find a solution for the problem. To quote my old sensei, he would say, no problem is a problem unless it has an answer to it. And it's up to you as the guard to figure out the solutions to these situations. The last slide today, I think, is one of the most important slides because I think this is something we just don't need as professionals, but as better, outstanding human beings. Empathy, the psychological identification with or various experiences of the feelings, thoughts, or attitudes of another. Attitude is very important. Attitude allows you to successfully be able to let people know what's going on. It's what allows you to put yourself in the other person's point of view so that you can assist them with the situations they may be facing that you may have to confront normally as a guard, even if it's not part of your standard operational procedures. That means it's out of your box as a security guard. Now let's get into the security guard example for empathy. Now, I've come across this problem several times in different posts. What do you do if somebody has to use a private building's restroom, but they have a type of visible disability, or they really need to go? But normally they say you can't let people come in to use the restroom. What do? You know, when you put yourself in that person's point of view, you're gonna do your best to assist them one way or another. Do you A, send them off their way? Do you B, try to find a solution and accommodate them, like calling up a supervisor or talking to building management? These are the solution. Now, as a guard, you don't have to do this if your orders are don't let nobody come in and they cannot use the bathroom. But when you're empathetic towards them, you will at least go the extra mile for them, because you can put yourself in their shoes. You've been in the situation before. You know how hard it is to sometimes be able to use a restroom and there's nothing available because there's nothing but office buildings around you. Guys, that's it, and that's that for my slide. I hope you got something out of this short slide training video for professional development. If you found value in it, please press like, leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts and feelings, or just saying thank you. And only subscribe if you want to be part of this channel's journey, because like I said before, in the beginning of any new channel, it's kind of rough around the edges, and you guys, our subscribers, will help us determine where we go with this channel and how much time we invest in this. Because at the end of the day, what I want to do, my main goal is to help you be better as security guards. Guys, take care of yourself, love yourself, wipe down your workstation, wear your PPE, get some training certifications, and I love you guys. See you next episode. Ciao.